Alright, today we are going to be making this cute little handbag. We're going to work with a size K, a 6.5 millimeter needle. You're going to make your slip knot, and you're going to have two 4-ply acrylic yarns, whatever color that you want. We're going to start our chain for the length of it, and then the 2 extras for the last stitch there. Okay, this will be the chain that goes up, and then we're going to do a double stitch down in this first chain here. So what you're going to do is you're going to have these 2 chains up on the side. Let me move that back out of the way. 2 chains right here. So you're going to go in the 3rd chain from the hook. Let me get a little closer for that. We are making a very simple bag today. These last 2 chains here you're not going to use. We did 27. You're going to go in that 3rd chain from the hook, and you're going to do a double crochet. Okay? Let me make sure I'm in view. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and we're going to double crochet all the way across. This is just a cozy little handbag that you can take anywhere. You can put a few things in it, or you can keep your yarn in it and your hooks. Or you could make it for a gift. I love making bags. It's one of my favorite things to make. Bags and hats, actually. And I do love making sweaters, but they take a lot longer. So today we're going to do this quick project. Now I'm going to go ahead and double crochet all the way to the end, and I'll come back to you so you can pause the video here and finish your chain of double crochets. Okay, so now we're at the very end. We're going to do another double crochet in that last hole that we were just in. And we're going to do a 3rd one in that last hole. Okay, at this point you can tuck your ends under so you won't have to tie them in at the very end. You've got 3 chains in that last hole, so you're going to go back up the line and just continue doing doubles all the way right back up. And you're going to keep your 2 little tails inside of that stitch. Now I don't do this very often, but in a handbag, when you have long tails like that and you're putting it in the bottom of the bag, I usually don't mind doing that at all. So once again, you can pause the video if you'd like, and I'm going to stop here and crochet back to the end. And we're going to do 2 chains in this very end stitch, just like we did on this end, so it will come up on the edge like that. So pause the video here, and I'll meet you back when I get to this end. Okay, here we are at the very end. I have not done my stitch yet. This is the next to the last. Okay, and then this very last one is the 2 chains in that first one, so we're going to put 1 more right here. Then we are going to slip these 2 together just like so, the very top of that, and then you have your first level of the bottom. Now this is a wrong side out, so when you're done you're going to flip it all the way over, but it will flip very easily once you get more done. And I always find it easier to work with it working wrong side out. So right now we're going to chain 3, and we are going to double crochet 1 in every stitch around. Okay, and you're going to go all the way around this time. You're not going to do any extra stitches at the end. You're just going to keep going. And I love this project because it is a quick, easy project that you can do in an afternoon. Like I said, you can watch your favorite TV show or listen to your favorite music and work up this easy double crochet handbag. And I don't know if I've said it on here before, but I'm kind of the bag lady in my family. I have many bags. I've made most of them, not all of them, but I do love some bags. So that is just something I love to make. How many bags do you have? Are you a bag lady too? I would like to know. So anyway, this is a handbag and we are going to have fun making this. This is going to be the second row, or the second round. I think I need to zoom out a little bit if I'm going to stay on here. There we go. That might be a little easier on your eyes. I don't really know. It's a very simple stitch. It's a double crochet. So if you've learned your single crochet and you haven't learned your double, this is a good place to start because it's an easy project. We're just going to continue. We're right here at the end and we're going to continue going around and around and around. I'm not sure how many rows we're going to make yet. We're just going to play it by ear. I don't think I got under the stitch. You want to go all the way, and when you go under, you're going to have 4 pieces of thread on top of your hook right there, and then you're going to have obviously these 4. So actually you have 8 pieces of thread on top of your hook right there. So you're going to go through the whole stitch, not the front or the back. And then you do your through 2 and through 2. So it's a very simple stitch once you learn it. And I'm so glad you're here crocheting with me. I'm really getting to enjoy this channel very much. I love it when I get comments because I get to know the people who are watching, and that's kind of fun. And so if you are watching and you've watched up until now, would you leave a comment and tell me where you're from? I think that would be super cool to know. Just your state or your country even, because I have several countries watching. And that would be really neat to know where some of you are from. And if you're retired, I know that a lot of grandmas are retired and a lot of grandmas are who is watching my show, my videos, my show. Yep, y'all are watching my show. But I can see the age groups that watch my videos mostly, and I would assume that a lot of you are probably grandmas. So anyway, we're going to keep going around here. I am not quite retirement age, so not retired here. And we have one daughter still at home now. She is grown and of age, but she still lives at home. And of course our 2 fur puppies. So here is our second round. We're almost to the end. And it kind of looks like a little boat. So if you were making this out of paper, it would maybe float for a little while. Hey, I wonder if you can crochet plarn and it float. That's an experiment. I'm gonna have to do that one day. Okay, we're gonna slip into the very top of this second row, And there's our bag forming. It's a pretty good size handbag, and it ended up being a little wider than my pencil bag. So that is okay. We are going to chain 3 and go up to the next row. And then we are going to continue to do the same stitch. Alright, now I'm going to do this, and I'm going to go around a few more times and make this the height that I want. Probably maybe about 6 rows, maybe 7, we'll see. We'll see, it'll take shape in here in a minute, and I'll come back to you when I get all these rows done. All you're going to do is continue to chain 3 and go around with double crochet all the way around and slip it back in. Okay, that's all you're going to do for the whole bag until we get to the top. So I'll be right back when I get all that done. You can pause the video and get your handbag up to the top of where you want it. Okay, here we are. This is the size that I ended up with. This is 10 rows of double crochet, and this is a little larger than a handbag, so I don't think I can call this a handbag. But now we are going to make our strap. So I still have not closed off the yarn. It's still attached to the balls, and we're just going to make a short strap that will come right over to the other side. And this will be for whatever. We're going to make a little button here on it, and so it has a closure. And then I will show you how we're going to do this. And this is still a little very short project. We're going to chain 3, and you're just going to keep it attached to where you are. And we're going to do, let's see, 3. We're going to do 4, and we'll do a 5th one. We're going to make this chain, the strap pretty short, just enough to go in and get this maybe put over your shoulder or just carry as a side bag. We are doing double crochets in 3 chains as we go up, and you just flip it. Now you're skipping that first one, so you don't want to make it bubbly on the strap. And then you go into the last one. And 1, 2, 3. We're going to keep going around. You skip this one and go into the next one. And that will keep your edge straight. Okay, 1, 2, 3. And then this is 4. And so you're going to have 5 across on each one. Okay, 1, 2, 3. And I noticed my ball of gray is getting very small, so I hope I have enough to finish the strap. I'm working on stash busters, so this is a great project if you want to do a stash buster. I may have another ball of the gray, but I'm not 100% sure. But my yarn stash is still close to 2 tubs, so I'm happy with that right now. And we're just going to continue the strap over. I'm going to go ahead and cut the video off now. Just pause the video here until you come back with your strap done, and I'll be ready to attach on the other side. Alright, we are at the very end of this gray ball of yarn, so that tells me how long this strap is going to be. Now this strap is going to be just long enough to put right on here, and it will be an over the shoulder or a hold in your hand kind of bag. Let's see if I can scoot out just a little bit. And all you're going to do, now this is still wrong side out. If you want to switch it over, I'm going to wait until we get that completely done. So with it still being wrong side out, you are going to just like put your strap inside here and make sure it's facing all one direction. And all you do is attach here and slip stitch to that. And you're going to single crochet right across this strap. Very simple attachment. Now you will have this ridge inside of your bag, but that really doesn't matter. You can sew it on without the ridge, but I think that this is a sturdier kind of attachment. Now we're just going to cut the wine colored to match the length of the gray, or close to it. Now this is the only ends I have to tie in for the entire project because I did not change colors throughout. Now we are going to turn this right side out, and we have our cute, super cute little handbag. Oh my, I love this. It is so perfect just to put a few things in and carry with you, or you can put your yarn in here, you know, with your little things inside, and you have a project bag to carry with you when you go somewhere. This is an adorable little bag, and I'm about to go get a button to put on here. Hopefully it'll be a pretty large one. Can fit right through there. So let's go do that. Here we are. Okay, well this one's pretty tight. Let me just get this lid off. Now, if some of you have never experienced this kind of button box, I suggest you go thrift shopping and find some fabulous buttons and a pin to put them in. I've even got some eyes in here. These are from an old sewing friend that I have. And there's a crochet hook. There's kind of everything in here. And there's a buckle. I think, let's see, let's pull this over here. And I like that one. I really like that one. I really like that one too, though. So let's see if this one can go through. Yes, it can. So that can go through. I think I'm going to use that one because I like how it stands out a little bit more. Okay, now the other thing you have to check before you can sew a button on is, well, if your needle can go through. This one is a little damaged, or it has glue in it or something. There. So this very large needle can go through. I think that was glue. But when you get your yarn on it, I think that one should work. So we're just going to cut some yarn. And you're going to thread this very large needle. And you need a yarn needle or a darning needle or something like that to do this. So we're going to put our button about right there on the second row down, right in the center. So you're going to open up and just put it right there on the inside. Okay? What you're going to do is you're going to tie, you got to hold your button in place, and you're going to loop this yarn. And you can do this before you set your button. I'm going to tie this yarn in where it's not going to stick out. Then you're going to go up here. See if you can see this. And you just got to feel for where the hole is. A little closer. And then you just pull it right through. Now don't pull this one tight because you've only got about an inch or so of tail through the yarn. Then you're going to go in the other side. Now if you have a 4-hold button, you can choose whether you want to make an X or go vertical or horizontal. And so really you just continue to come up and down through your button. And you have to twist it a little bit because once you get some yarn through there, the hole is a little bit smaller. And then we're going to go up one more time and you just feel for it. And just don't poke yourself because these needles are not friendly. Just have to kind of twist it and twirl it until it will come out. This one's being pretty stubborn. Once you get 3 layers of yarn going through that hole, you kind of have trouble with it. This one's going to be a lot trickier. So what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to switch to a little smaller needle, which you could start with if you wanted to. Just a little bit harder to thread the yarn. You just have to be a little more exact when you're threading it. You can see the difference in the size. I don't know if you can see that, but it's quite a difference. So we're just going to pop this through for the last time. Hopefully, see, that's not a problem at all. And that is the last time through. And then we're going to thread this yarn right through here to secure it, just like you would a tail. Now sometimes on the tails I do about 6 inches instead of just that, but I think this one is just fine. We'll just stick those to the side for the moment, and we're going to pop this button right through that space, maybe one over. Right there we are. Now, oh my, look at that cute bag. Let me come out a little bit. There we go. Y'all, I still got to tie these ends in, but this bag is so adorable. I love it. It is so pretty, and it only took probably a little over an hour. And if you're a beginner, I would count about 2 hours for you to do this. This bag is so cute. I absolutely love it. It's just a cute little bag to carry, and you can put your yarn in it, or you can put it over your shoulder, and you can carry things with you. Anyway, if you're a bag lady, this video is for you. So I will be right back in just a minute. Thanks for watching, and thanks for tuning in and crocheting with me today. Bye-bye.